Today's Talk About It Tuesday question is, how important is mindset and how do you change your mindset? I love this question. There's a lot of misinformation circulating about mindset, the value of mindset, what mindset does. And I know several years ago, there was a lot of buzz around, oh, you have to have a prosperity or abundance mindset over as opposed to a scarcity mindset, and it will attract money to you. Mindset, although it is the foundation for everything that you do towards financial freedom, does not magically or energetically suddenly draw wealth or abundance to you. So let's just clear up that myth. So what is mindset? I think most people don't even understand what it is. It is your attitude, right? And so do you have a positive attitude or negative attitude? Your outlook on life, or you're an optimist or you're a pessimist. It is your values. So what are your values? Your values are what you're willing to do, what is important, what you're willing to do to achieve something. And so it is the parameters of what your behavior will be. So what are you willing to do to achieve money? And, stay within those guidelines. So values are your guidelines. All that shapes your core philosophy about money, about how it's achieved, about how it's grown or not grown, how it's spent, if or how it's passed on to other generations, how it's shared or not shared, how you perceive people with money as opposed to people without money, whether you believe it changes you for good or bad. All that is about your core philosophy, and that's based on your mindset. And so your mindset will shape your actions or your inactions about money. So if you have a certain mindset, then you will decide to take actions or inactions. But those actions or inactions are driven by your thoughts. Those thoughts are influenced by your emotions. Those emotions are developed as a result of your mindset or your core philosophy about money. And so in order to fully understand why you're taking certain actions or you're not taking certain actions, you have to go back to your mindset. And so your mindset is the driving force or that foundation behind all those other stages that will lead you to action or inaction. That's how you get or don't get money. It's not that it magically, appears, but it makes you feel a certain way that shapes your thoughts, and those thoughts result in certain actions or inactions that will result in obtaining money or losing money or not obtaining money or not even trying. So mindset is important. So how do you change your mindset? A really simple way, and so the thing that I used, well, first of all, you have to challenge your core beliefs about money, right? So you have to decide, if I took certain actions, why did I take those actions? Or if I keep failing to take actions, why am I not taking those actions? What was I thinking, that made me decide to do it or not? And what were those thoughts based on? What was the emotion? Was the emotion fear? And what was the fear? Fear of loss, fear of failure, fear that I wasn't worthy, fear that I didn't know enough, or were your actions driven by excitement, confidence, exuberance? What drove that? What made me feel that way? So, you have to keep unpeeling this thing and going back. So what actions or inactions were there? What thoughts made me decide to do that? And what influenced those thoughts? What emotions influenced it? Because you can analyze something to a T, and then the emotion will say, don't do it. Or in a case where you analyze it and it doesn't seem like a good decision, your emotion will say, go for it anyway. So where did that come from? And so you have to keep going back. And a lot of times it'll take you back to cultural norms. It'll take you to family norms. It'll take you to, ideas about gender and race and socioeconomic status and where you grew up and how you grew up. It'll take you back to those things. You have to unpeel that. And then you have to make a decision whether or not the core beliefs that you took on based upon those life experiences serve you in your effort to be financially free. And so you have to decide whether you adopt a societal norm that says only certain segments of society have access or are good enough or will ever have wealth. So you have to unpeel those things and make a decision. Does that serve me or not? And then I think the final thing for you in order to change those core beliefs, once you identify those core beliefs and the mindset that came from it, is that you have to develop an ideal mindset for yourself for obtaining financial freedom. So it can start with something simple as a mantra. And the mantra has to, again, be suited to overcoming whatever challenges you had in your core beliefs. So something as simple as I am, and that's important, put in the present tense. I am knowledgeable enough to attain financial freedom. I am skillful enough to attain financial freedom. I am confident enough to attain financial freedom. And I am worthy enough to attain financial freedom. Now, some people would say that, oh, you're just faking it till you make it. And I don't buy into the fake it till you make it thing. I say that you have to consciously reinforce this new belief until it becomes unconsciously reinforced and becomes a part of who you are, and it feels weird not to feel that way. And so the mantra goes on, and one day you'll say, well, I don't need this mantra anymore because this is who I am. This is what I fully adopted, and all the other beliefs have been pushed out. So mindset is 100%, important. It is the foundation. Without the proper mindset that's geared towards financial freedom, you will not achieve financial freedom because your mindset will be geared towards something else, which will shape your emotions, which will shape your thoughts, which will shape your actions or inactions. So great question. I love that. I'd love to hear some of your comments and some of the things that you do to focus and keep your mindset where it needs to be. Please like, share, subscribe, keep the questions coming, and I'll see you next Tuesday.